It's your boy, Sense of Self. You know what? Yeah, it's been a while since I've been here, But today I wanted to come in with a more deeper breakdown. So today's topic is gonna be pretty much dissected into a few parts, But this is just an intro, just to give you a better perspective or a broader perspective, right? So today, the seven chakras. Now the seven chakras is something that, in today's time, a lot of people speak about it. If you're into, astrology, you hear about planet chakras. If you're into, science, you hear about your organs, and if you're into that, third eye talk, then you start to hear about the seven chakras, and it's deep. So today I wanted to bring all that together and give you a better understanding when it comes to the seven chakras. Because when you speak of chakras, one must understand you are speaking of the vessel, If you've been listening to my channel, I always say, as vessels or bodies, this is a world, yeah? And within the world that you're in, that you are, your vessel is a world to the micro life within you. And these are your cells, all right? So the same as you have cells, trillions of cells within you that still lives in this one vessel, is the same as you, as people. There's trillions of people on this planet living in one solar system. That solar system is the vessel. If you can understand that, then what I'm about to say will make a bit more sense, So like I said, we are all bodies within bodies, the micro to the macro, and it's deep. Like I said, I want to sort of break this down in a way that you can correlate. It doesn't matter if you're not a scientist or you've never heard of these things before, but once it's heard, it will resonate. Why? Because it is what we all are, right? You start off as a liquid substance, traveling from your father's mind space, trickling down into that, that little stick there, the wood, pushing out into another vessel, right? A lot of people say from the first dimension to the second dimension, and that's the woman's vessel. That's the world that you now start, and you develop from a zygote to an embryo, and then you get pushed out into the third world, which is Earth. You're still in one thing, the solar, and it's deep. So when you talk about the chakras, you must understand, if I'm to give you a reference, right? Like I said, if you understand that all bodies are worlds and all worlds are bodies, then this will make a bit more sense from the explanation I did just a few minutes ago, right? So if I could give you a reference, look at the reference as your physical vessel. You have 7 vital organs within your body, yeah? If you look at this whole vessel as a solar system, yeah, because it's a full body, right? So if you look at it in that perspective, you realize, if you look at your 7 chakras or your 7 organs, these are the main points in which you pull your energy from. So example, you have your cortex underneath, right? And then you have your cervical, right? This is the lower part. This is where all the, sexual organs, everything is. Then you have your lumbar part. That's your stomach area, your navel area. Then you have your thoracic. Your thoracic is that long cage, rib cage. But that thoracic it's a very big one, so it's split into 2. So you can call it your lower thoracic and your upper thoracic, right? And then you get your cervical, right? And then you have your central brain. So these are the 7 parts. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is the cortex. So if you can align them, you realize, oh shit, that actually makes sense. Again, like I said, today, I want to just introduce this topic, because if you can really deep it, you realize everything aligns. And it's so crazy, because if you look at your central brain, your brain comes with the spine. Hence, an example will be if you've ever seen fish and you rip the head off, it comes with the whole spine. A lot of living things that you rip comes with spines, even roots. They're all that. My point I'm trying to make is your head is attached to your spine is part of your head, right? And in that, they're split as in ups and lower, right? So if you got your vertebrae, there are 32 or 42 vertebrae, right? And if you start from the cervical, you have 7. Hence, if you're into science, or if anybody who does, if you're doing medicine or trying to be a doctor or whatever, you realize they speak in C1 to C7, right? They're speaking of your cervical spine. It's got 7 individual vertebrae. And then when you're dealing with your thoracic, you have 12 of them. Hence, it's the largest part, right? And you have 12 of them. This is your thoracic. That is it's deep. And then you have your lumbar part. That is also 5. And then you have your sacrum. That's the fused bone at the bottom of the spine. That's also 5, but it's fused together. And then you have your caucus, which is where the spirits lie. It's deep. Like I said, today, it's something that I just want to break down a little bit. So my next video, I'm gonna really pick them apart and give you a better correlation when it comes to all of them, what metals they are and why that affects us. Why do you think when you go to the doctor, funny enough, only tells you about iron? You lack iron, but really, we have gold in our body. We have copper, we have lead, we have all these things that give you a higher frequency of thoughts. All these are frequencies and metals. But anyway, I'm gonna end here. Like I said, today is just an intro, and he or she this resonates with, I say peace, and balance.